Sid here, back again with another video. In this video we're going to discuss about how to create a multiple authentication in Laravel 8. So I have installed Laravel 8 in my system, and here we have the two login, one for the blogger, second for the admin. So how this is working, I'm going to show you a realistic example. So this is my blogger account. So I'm going to account from my blogger account, which is blogger@mail.com, and I'm going to put my password. Then I'm going to submit here. So look, now this is dashboard for the blogger, and again I'm going to click logout button. I'm going to redirect here. Let me again inside my project, which is blogger. Look, we again redirected here, so we can log in. Same, we have the second login, which one for the admin. I'm going to log in from the admin. I'm going to put ID and password, which is admin something. Let me click on this. Look, we have the admin, I was something. So we have the two dashboard here, and different user basically, so we can operate like this one. So again I'm going to click logout button. So how this is working, and so first of all I'm going to show you my code. Here I have written, and I'm expecting
आपको यहाँ पे छोटा सा एक रिव्यू देना चाहूँगा। इस रिव्यू में बेसिकली मैं बताना चाहूँगा डोमेन रजिस्टर के बारे में। डोमेन रजिस्टर जो है ये एक डोमेन और होस्टिंग सर्विस प्रोवाइडर है। आप यहाँ से अपना डोमेन बाई कर सकते हैं। बहुत ही सिंपल प्रोसेस है इसको बाई करने के लिए। जैसे आपको कुछ भी आइडिया नहीं, आप जस्ट क्लिक कीजिए डोमेन में। आपके पास जो भी डोमेन है आप उसको सेलेक्ट कीजिए। जैसे मैंने यहाँ पे डिजिटल इंडिया समथिंग डाला .com, बट इससे रिलेवेंट इसने दिखा दिया कि हमारे पास में जो है आप इसको सेलेक्ट कर सकते हैं। सपोज मैंने इसको सेलेक्ट किया, ऐड अ कार्ट करना है आपको। ऐड अ कार्ट करने के बाद में आपको क्लिक करना होगा शेयर्ड होस्टिंग, सपोज आपको लेनी है। तो मैंने देखा इनमें डिफरेंस क्या है प्लान में। तो मैंने देखा यहाँ पे एक वेबसाइट आप होस्ट कर सकते हो, यहाँ पे भी आप एक कर सकते हो, बट बेसिक डिफरेंस यहाँ पे है। यहाँ पे हमारे पास एक लिमिट है 1024 MB SSD स्टोरेज, बट यहाँ पे आपको अनलिमिटेड स्टोरेज मिल रहा है। आपको बैंडविड्थ यहाँ मिल रही है 5 GB, आपको बैंडविड्थ यहाँ अनलिमिटेड मिल रही है। डेफिनेटली मेरा रिकमेंडेशन होगा आप पर्सनल, एटलीस्ट आप एक वेबसाइट यूज़ करना चाहते हो तो पर्सनल यूज़ कीजिए। सेकेंड, आपके पास अप टू 3 वेबसाइट है, सो यू कैन सेलेक्ट दिस वेबसाइट। And also if you want to more website host in the server, of course you can buy this one advanced version. So इसमें भी बहुत ही कम अमाउंट आपको देकर पे करना होगा। और दोस्तों जैसे आप इस वेबसाइट पे लैंड करते हैं आपको कंफ्यूजन होता है कि आपकी करेंसी USD में दिखती है। सो डोंट कंफ्यूज, आप यहाँ से सेलेक्ट कर सकते हैं विच करेंसी यू वांट टू बाय। ओके, सो हमने यहाँ पे INR कर रखा है। जैसे ही आप सेलेक्ट करेंगे, सपोज मैंने इसको सेलेक्ट किया, देन आपको क्या करना होगा, डायरेक्टली आप इसको क्लिक कीजिए। यहाँ पे आपका जो डोमेन है XYZ हमने यूज़ किया था, सपोज चेक द डोमेन। अब यहाँ पे डिजिटल इंडिया शॉप आई थिंक सो ये डोमेन था, तो चलिए देख लेते हैं। ठीक है, सो सपोज़ ये डोमेन था, फिर से आई थिंक सो कुछ इशू हो गया था, कोई बात नहीं। अभी हम जाते हैं व्यू इसमें। अब हमारा जो भी डोमेन है उसको रखेंगे, अदरवाइज हम उसको एक हटा देंगे। ठीक है, मैंने यहाँ से एक हटा दिया। अब देखिए यहाँ पे हमको 2000 रुपये पे करके 1 साल के लिए वेबसाइट रखने के लिए मिल रही है। इससे बेटर क्या होगा, और आपको चाहिए कि आपको किस तरह से सेटअप करना है। डेफिनेटली ये आपकी हेल्प भी कर देंगे। आप इनसे एक बार बात कीजिए। ठीक है, सो ये मेरा रिकमेंडेशन था। आप चेकआउट कीजिए और पेमेंट कर दीजिए, आप इस सर्विसेज को यूज़ कर पाएंगे। और आपको कोई और हेल्प चाहिए तो आप मुझे बताइए। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग।
from you guys, you know how to install Laravel 8, so you can install from your side, and how to create controller, how to create a migration, how to create a model. I'm not going to explain you step by step here, but I'm going to overview how this is working. So hope so. If you don't know how to install Laravel, how to create a model, how to create a controller, so first of all you go watch my previous video. I have already uploaded how to install Laravel, how to create a model something. So let me show you. I'm going to minimize this my terminal again. So how this is working is a very simple process to first of all, once you install the Laravel 8, then again you need to configure your database. So once you configure the database, then you need to create 2 migration, first for the blogger, second for the admin. So once you created the migration, let me show you. This is my migration file. So I have updated like this: name, email, password, edited something, and token ID. So I have updated here for the bloggers. Same things I have added for the admin. Once you add it, then you create a model. So how to create a model? Something PHP artisan make colon model and model name. So model name, we have the admin and we have the blogger. So let me show you. We have the admin. This is my model. Look, which is inside of the models folder, which is presented in the app. models, and inside the models I have added this kind of coded. Okay, so guard, we have the admins means we have the table names with the admins, and we have the fillable, we need to protect it here, write the protected something fillable, which is name, email and password. Okay, so we have added same things I have added for the blogger. This is admin. Again we have the second model, which is blogger. Same things I have added here. Okay, so once we have added everything is here, then we need to migrate the code. So you can write PHP artisan migrate. After running the migration command, then I am going to show you my blog. I have already written here. So here I have added step by step everything. So here again I'm going to show you. This is the dependency you need to install your system. Once you successfully install the system, then what you need to do, create applications like this running this particular command. Once you hit this command, then you go inside of the new project and configure your database configuration setting and create a migrations from the admin. I have already explained you. So this is a step to write a migration command. Once you added the migration command, then you need to put like this one, and whatever field you want from your side, just put your code. And once you have added, and again same because I have added for the blogger and admin same kind of stuff, so you can write the same syntax here also, which field you want to add in your table. So we have the name, you have the name, email, password, editor, so you can add in your database table in column something. Okay, so we have like these fields, and again I'm going to, again we can migrate the database. Once you migrated the database, you need to create a model. I have already explained you about the model. We have the model, two models right now, blogger, second is admin. Okay, once successfully your model created successfully, then what you need to do here again, so we have the model name, which is blogger, and this is extending basically authenticatable something. So you need to write these lines of code. Okay, so once you add it in your models, then what you need to do here, just scroll down, and also don't forget to write here authentication purpose. So we need to add guard and providers. So how this is possible, guard and provider. So we have the two guards here, right? You can check. I'm going to show you in my code. Let me show you my code, which is configure auth.php. Okay, we have the providers and we have let me show you guards. So inside of the guards I have added users, and second one admin. So look, we have the providers below. I will show you. We have the providers, users, and admin and bloggers. So this I have added this particular lines of codes. Providers and driver is session. So you need to put here. So we have the provider, which name is blogger. Let me show you. We have the blogger. Look, this is provider. Inside the provider, let me scroll down. We have the providers, which is blogger, and second in admin. This admin, the this particular model extending particular this one app models and admin classes, and we need to put here basically path. This is a path our models we have the created already. I have explained you. Okay, so once you added the line of the code, bunch lines of code, then what you need to do, just scroll down, and I have already explained you about the providers, what is providers and how to create a provider something. Okay, so we have explained. Then again you need to configure your login module. So let me go inside my login controller. I am going to my login controller, app HTTP login controller, which is presented in the inside the controllers folder. So here we have login controllers. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to show you from the step by step. So we have the let me show you why. Let me show you controllers. Name space is auth. Why this is path is might be wrong. Okay, so we are using this one. Let me explain you about this one. And we have the login controller, and inside the login controllers we have the created if redirect, protected redirect in the home page, and we have the constructor we have the created because I have applied here middleware, so admin and blogger and guess something logout. Okay, so we have the two function basically for the admin. First, for the login purpose, if we are showing the page which is presented the auth login.php, if this page basically login .blade.php, and inside of this page we are passing array function. Basically we are passing URL, and URL name is basically admin. I will explain inside the blade.php what we doing here about the URL. Okay, so just guess don't forget to write now this one. We are passing the data. I will explain in view file, which is a login.blade.php. Okay, also we have admin. Once user the hitting the we are validating the data is correct or not something, then if everything is fine, then we are redirecting to this authentication purpose we have added inside of the let me show you. We have sorry, we have the HTTP folder. Inside the HTTP folders we have the middleware, and here we are adding some files which is a redirection purpose. And also if anyone hitting the particular admin, then we're checking from the guard if everything is fine or not something. If it's fine, then we are redirecting here. Same for the blogger, and same for the guest also I have created for the user purpose. But don't we are using this one. Okay, so once everything is fine, then we are redirecting to next. Okay, so I have added this one. Second one I have added inside of the login authentications for the middle pair guest. If anyone guest is coming, then we are redirecting to log out something. And again some exception purpose I have added handler inside the app exceptions and handler. Okay, so if unauthorized access, then we are redirecting to this error messages basically in JSON format. And also we are redirecting to login. If anyone hitting here is not like, then we are redirecting here, it's not validated. Okay, same for the blogger, and same for the we are handling exception basically. Okay, so once everything is fine, then we are redirecting to admin page. Same for I have added the blogger. This is form basically. You are uploading from here, we passing the data URL for the blogger. Same functions, we have different functions. We are doing same stuff like admin I have already explained. We are checking and we are attempting. If everything is fine, then we are redirecting to blogger URL. Okay, and also we passing email. Okay, with input tag. If anyone hitting checking the, then we're passing redirecting again input inside the input field. So sometimes suppose if you fill in the form and you submitted the form and redirected to the same page, but your data gone lost something, so we passing here. So your data will same here. The suppose if you put an email ID and you submitted the form, and if redirected the same page any purpose, if you're validating or not correct something, then your email ID will available on the same field. So don't forget. So we can pass the data like this one. Okay, and once successfully added, I am going to show you a register controller. Inside the register controller, we need to implement like this model. Once you implemented models inside of your register controller, okay, so why we are adding this one? Let me scroll down my project first of all. Okay, we are again here redirecting to home page if everything's fine. And we have the same constructor we have seen in login controller also. And let me scroll down here, and here we have the page. If someone hitting there for the registration, we are passing returning the register form, which is the auth dot register. Okay, and we are again passing from here one array which is URL, and here we have the admin. Second form we have the blogger. Okay, and scroll down. If anyone filling the form, hope so you already know about the how to filling the form something. If you don't know how to get a simple form, you can watch out my previous video I have already uploaded. So because I'm skipping this process, because if I explained you line by line, it will take more 5 or 6 videos, so I'm skipping the stuff. Okay, if anyone hitting the create models function something, then what we're doing here, we're validating the data, everything if name is required, string, maximum, whatever you want to fill, you can add here. Okay, so we are checking admins this is unique field or not something. This is a validation purpose I have added here. If everything is fine, then we are creating the data name, we have the email, we have the password something, and we're using hash something. So because we can pass the data security purpose, so we need to implement this line. Okay, so don't forget to write this one. And if validation you want, you need to add as a validator here. Okay, and again scroll down, then again everything is fine, then we are redirecting to again login page. Okay, login admin, which is the URL basically. Same stuff I have added in Blogger also. Okay, same stuff. So hope so this is clear right now, might be. And if you have any issue, please guys, please put your comment below. Definitely I will try to resolve your query also. Okay, if you have any issue in Laravel, PHP, CodeIgniter, any kind of framework, so you can put your comment below. Okay, and let me scroll down again. Everything is fine is here. Hope so you cleared out, your doubt is clear now. And again, we have the middleware something. I will explain you how we have the authenticator. Already I explained you. Let me go inside of the my project, which is views file basically. Okay, so we have created the files, and don't forget, if you have any issue how this is working, you can read from my blog. Okay, so I have added, I explained you about this controller, and also I explained the register controller. And let me scroll down. Then again you need to create some package. If you want something like user point of view, you can write this command. Okay, so this is the dependency you need to require the you need to install UI package something. Once successfully installed, you can also write the for the authentications like register, sign up something, you will get the form, and this one also command. And once everything is fine, then you need to go inside of your resource view and auth login something. And just look here what I'm doing here. We have applied, we are sending the data from the controller and URL array in same in login also and register also. Okay, once you pass the data from your controller, we are printing here. Okay, look, we have the printing here. So what are the benefits something here? Once you pass the data in here, then let me show you in practical way, then might be more clear for you. Let me we have the auth and we have login something. Let me scroll above, and suppose if set why I'm doing here, your login basically, suppose if you're hitting from the blogger and admin something, we are calling same page, and we getting data from the URL and we're printing data here. So because we're passing the data from the functions, we're printing here. Hope so this is clear. And again we have the form here. Okay, inside of the form, if anyone hitting from the admin, then your routes will be something like login admin. Okay, so and by default is login. If you're hitting the blogger something, your login blogger. Okay, then we'll pass data in login blogger something. And we have the email ID here, and scroll down, we have password also. So if anyone hitting the wrong password, we printing error message here. Okay, for the validation purpose. And let me scroll down again. If you want to remember something, you can write like this one, checkbox also. If you want to apply something, you can write like this one. And I'm going to skipping this one, and we have the login button. Okay, again forget something, if you want to forget password, reset something, you can perform this kind of stuff also. And we have the login here, and again we have the register button. So register button also we have added something like this one. And hope so you know about the how to create a form something. So I'm skipping this process. So let me scroll down, everything is fine. Then hope so this is clear now. And again I will scroll down again. So you need to create this particular offline, because if you want to redirect admin in blogger or home something, you need to write a code something. I have already written in HTML format. This is a basic example guys. And we have the resource, we have the views and admin something. You can check out from my blog everything. Okay, I have written. So I'm going to explain you routes, how routes working in this project basically. So we have the web.php. Inside of the web.php, I have added this line of code for the login and registration. Why this is important? If you know how to how routes working in Laravel 8, might be this is clear. And because in Laravel 8 we need to use as a namespace something. Whenever you want to call controller something, then don't forget to write these lines of code. Okay, so now again we have the in array format we need to pass if you're not using resource something. Okay, if you're using resource, you don't need to write like array something, you can put like normal format. Okay, so here we have the login admin, then we're calling this controller and this function. Once everything is fine, we also applying here middleware. Okay, then again we are applying the middleware. So we have created middleware like this one, auth blogger and auth admin something. Once everything is fine, then we are redirecting to this particular pages. Whatever page you want to authenticate, you can write here. Okay, so and I have created for the logout here the get method. Okay, we calling again, we have the, applied the inside of the logout functions. Then we are hitting this particular functions. So hope so this is clear. And once everything is fine, you can check out from the redirect authenticated. I have already explained you about this stuff. And let me scroll down. I have already explained about the exception handler, and everything is fine. And just write the command which is the PHP artisan sensor. Once everything is fine, already you've seen that how this is working, guys. And hope so everything is fine. And if you want this code, you can also watch out from my GitHub repository, which is github.com. Let me go inside of github.com slash Siddharth018. This is my basically repository. You can find out from here. Click on the repo, and here I have multiple projects. Something, if you want something multiple authenticated, you just click on the multiple authentication something. I have added about the multiple authentication. Here also I added the step by step what you need to do here. Just follow this step, and your project will fine. And if you have any doubt, guys, please comment on comment section. Definitely I will try to resolve your query. Also, if you have any issue, any programming language like Python and Node.js and PHP, any particular framework, just put your comment below. I will try to resolve your query also.